Hello guys, Shamil again with the review. It's so cold in Sri Lanka right now. So we are expecting avalanche. That much cold in the political scenario in Sri Lanka. So today we are going to analyze what is causing this avalanche, what will cause this avalanche, and the cold situation. So in the beginning, there was two leaders who thought the system is inferior than single person, actually two people. So Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa, two cousins and two good buddies, made a political some sort of pact to rule over Sri Lanka. What they did was they made a system. Actually, they broke the system and strengthened their own power within their political parties and within the country, and as well as within the global scenario with the global relations. So, for example, everybody can see what Ranil Wickremesinghe did to the United National Party of Sri Lanka, which was a democratic party in the past, but Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe manipulated the democratic system and has appointed his own unpolitical, incapable pawns to the governing body of United National Party, and he has taken the supreme power to himself. And Mahinda Rajapaksa also did the same. Chandrika Bandaranaike was the person who started this unethical, undemocratic way of governing when she handed over the power to Mahinda Rajapaksa. What he did was he made a cartel, family cartel out of the Freedom Party. Then they made it into Pohottu party. So that so much family party or family cartel. So and what they are doing, Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa, what they do, because this is against the whole civilization, global civilization. Civilized people in the developed nation and undeveloped nation as well, they fear what this is the worst that can happen to a civilization, because this is what Adolf Hitler did to manipulate the system, to focus the power into one person, so that everybody have to be dependent on that person. They got a person named Gotabaya Rajapaksa in Sri Lanka to govern over Sri Lanka. It's not the worst scenario, because he is not a Hitler. He don't have that much willpower to change, in his words, to betterment of Sri Lanka. He failed because he couldn't tolerate so much pressure that came with the power. So, but now the worst thing is happening. All the power is focusing on one person, that is Ranil Wickremesinghe. What he is doing is he's ensuring the foreign governments and embassies, missions, that they can count on him. Why count on a person? Why? Sri Lanka is a system. It's a civilization. Why we have to depend on a person? Why a person has to ensure our democracy, our way of life, and free will of the people. That is purely uncivilized, undemocratic, and that is the artificial thing, no? It's a conditioned system that depend on one single person who is Ranil Wickremesinghe. So why we oppose this anti-systematic singular power? Because why people created the civilization? We learn about the Western civilization, but Sri Lanka itself is a civilization. We have our own way of governing our country and governing the area, Asian region, and doing trade with Europe for more than like 3,000 years. So what happened right now? One single person and few friends of him has created a focused, unbalanced synthetic system that is against everything civilization stands for. Western powers understand that they are observing what is happening in Sri Lanka, but the best thing is as they see is Ranil Wickremesinghe ensuring them that no harm will come to the system, global system. He is personally ensuring that is what that is not required for global civilization or international relations. You don't need a single person to ensure everything is stable. When it's stable by the system. We have our differences in thinking with China and North Korea. North Korea that is a single person. China and see, I can't give an example because all other countries that we oppose, we don't like, we oppose, are single person power focused. Russia, that's a single person, Vladimir Putin. In China, that's a single party, a single person. North Korea is single person, single party. Cuba, single person. It's a single person who is doing this. So we oppose that and we embrace the democratic system. The Western powers see what Ranil Wickremesinghe is doing, focusing the sole power to a single person and ensuring and making us depend on himself. So what we want to do is we want to connect with the international civilization, ensuring that we understand civilization, we work with the global system. We don't want somebody like Hitler. Ranil Wickremesinghe cannot be a Hitler because he don't have the guts to be a thug. He's just covered. But what he's creating, somebody can grab the power like Gotabaya Rajapaksa and rule undemocratically, and the people will not oppose because so much so time Mr. Mahinda Rajapaksa and Ranil Wickremesinghe, two cousins, has ensured the people that to rule a country, there should be one single person who can save the country, who can save the country, as they say. So Sri Lankan people will not oppose because the general public doesn't understand, doesn't actually deliberately the general public has been kept in the dark of the international democracy, how democracy works. They can see in the news that some people in prime minister in United Kingdom who resigns, and Japanese prime minister or minister resigns. But Sri Lankan people don't understand why they resign, because over and over again Sri Lankan presidents, they wait until they are chased away from the political presidential palace, and they come back again as a MP. So this is manipulation. This is a rude misuse of democracy, democratic tool of parliament, democratic tool of executive presidency to single person's gain, and giving example to our future generation how it can be done without public oppose. But we oppose, we reject, we see the threat, we see the harm, we see the avalanche that is created by Ranil Wickremesinghe, the cold political system. It's so much so cold that nobody wants to do politics now. Nobody enters the politics because it's cold and it's alien. It's alien system. The genuine person who is willing to do politics, who want to analyze politics, who want to talk politics, won't do that, because it's so much so cold, so much so alien, so much so synthetic system that they have created in Sri Lanka, whilst showing the international community that they are running a government. This is not a government. This is bloody thuggery, manipulation of democracy. What Western powers and global community, our friends, should understand is, by doing this, they are incapable of global or national man-made crisis. They already made a man-made crisis. I mean, worse than this, even they are incapable, but they are creating the ground for such uncertainty. So we should standardize our democracy, our 3,000-year-old democracy, again to standardize with the global standards. What will happen after Mahinda Rajapaksa and Ranil Wickremesinghe dies? People who learn this manipulated synthetic system can grab power like Gotabaya did, and can bring misery to the nation and to the neighboring countries and to the world as a whole, just like Adolf Hitler did. But because the people in nature, when they see power, they want to grab power and practice power. But the system is what that teaches us the civilization. In our young age, we see football teams, we work in teams, we understand the civilization, and we work in a team without gaining a supreme power over the people. And this is anti-civilization what Ranil Wickremesinghe and Mahinda Rajapaksa is doing. Basil Rajapaksa is the pinnacle product of this synthetic scenario that they have created. He is trying to grab power, but the inability of lack of intellectual capacity is what that is preventing achieving that target. But that is the scenario in Sri Lanka is going to happen. So this is synthetic, this is created man-made political avalanche. We want to discuss that, and we want to let them know that we know this, and we have to critically analyze what is going on, just to save us back to the civilized country, Sri Lanka back into a civilized country. Please do comment, share your views, and if there is um, anything regarding these subjects, please let me know. Thank you.